Crossroads, this is Kris Shepherd, and it is day 9 of our 21 days of prayer. Our verse today is Psalm 46:10, which says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored among the earth." You know, this chapter starts with God being our refuge and strength in trouble, and there being chaos and fighting and all these other things going on. And then this moment of God stepping in and saying to be still, which reminds me of when Moses is told by God, you don't need to fight. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. So today I was getting ready for a meeting and I was feeling a little bit stressed about it and trying to figure out what I needed to do. And God just reminded me of this verse for today. And so I paused what I was doing and I just spent some time with the Lord, preparing and putting aside all the things that I was worried about and thinking about and trying to prepare for. And I felt like this peace came over me. But then a few minutes later, I walked into that meeting and it's like I forgot, completely forgot. And just went back to striving and trying to figure out how to best communicate things. And when I left that meeting, I went, oh gosh, what did I just do? What happened? And in that moment, God invited me back in. Said, you can still be still. You can still be still and know that I am God. So I paused again and just spent some time in his presence again. And then the second part of this verse, I will be honored among the nations. I will be honored throughout the earth. Reminds me of Jesus in the bottom of that boat, in the middle of the storm. He's asleep. He's being still, clearly, and okay with everything going on around him. He's trusting the God of the universe. And the disciples wake him up and they're worried that they're going to drown and that the boat's going to sink and everything's going to go awry. And, I think about that in relation to this verse, how Jesus knew that the wind and the waves were going to honor God. We're going to obey God. And so he was able to be still in that boat, in the silence, and, the silence in the middle of the raging sea, and not worry about it. So for us, I think that whatever moment you find yourself in, whatever space, whether peace and joy, whether chaos and war, that you too can be still, that we can know that God knows the beginning, he knows the end, and he knows every single thing in between, that he will be honored, that every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. And we can be still and know that truth and trust that he is God. Amen. Be blessed.